I used to think skinwalkers were just another urban legend, another eerie story to scare kids around a campfire. Then one night, I heard my own voice calling my dog from the darkness. The first time I noticed something was off, it was subtle, just rustling leaves and the sensation of being watched. I'd been binging skinwalker stories online, falling down a rabbit hole of terrifying encounters. My wife, Grace, hated it. She told me I was asking for trouble, obsessing over folklore creatures like they were real. I laughed it off, but when I stepped outside for a smoke one night, the laughter died in my throat. Across the street, just beyond the fence, something moved in the trees. I couldn't see it, but I could hear it. The sound of breathing, ragged and low, too deep for any animal I'd ever known. The next afternoon, Sunny, our golden retriever, refused to step off the porch. She just sat there staring at the tree line, her body rigid. That's when I saw it. One of Sunny's favorite stuffed toy torn apart and left on the ground. I swallowed my unease and tossed it in the trash, telling myself that Sunny may have torn it apart. That night, I saw the dog, if it could even be called that. It had the body of a mangy bull terrier, but its legs were too long, too thin. One was badly twisted, but it moved as if it felt no pain. Most unsettling of all, it was standing on its hind legs. Head was moving back and forth in a very disturbing manner. The moment my eyes locked onto it, it stared back at me, as if it just saw what it's been waiting. Suddenly it bolted, disappearing into the trees through a section of fence that had been pried open. My stomach churned. I knew what I had seen. I just didn't want to believe it. Later that night, Grace asked me to take Sunny out. As soon as we stepped off the porch, she froze. I was about to coax her along when I heard it, my own voice, mimicking me from the woods.
Come on, Sunny!
I turned to stone. The voice was wrong, staticky, warped, like an old cassette being chewed up. Sunny whimpered, shifting uneasily. Then it spoke again.
Come on, Sunny, come here. Be a good girl now.
The exact words I had just said, the same inflection, but stretched, unnatural. Something trying to be human but failing. My blood ran ice cold. I didn't move. I didn't breathe. Then...
Sunny, come here. Come here, Sunny, faster.
The voice snapped, demanding. Sunny yelped and wriggled in my arms, desperate to run. I bolted inside, locking the door behind me. That night I lay in bed, every nerve on edge. Then the footsteps started, slow, deliberate, pacing outside my window. I squeezed my eyes shut, my heart hammering.
Sunny, come here, girl.
It was whispering now, right outside. I wanted to wake Grace, but I was afraid that if I moved, if I so much as breathed too loudly, it would know I was listening. Then the scratching started, long, deliberate drags of nails against the glass. My breath hitched. I turned my head ever so slightly, and there it was. The dog, if you can call it that with how it looked, standing on its hind legs, staring into the window with dull, empty eyes. But its mouth, oh God, its mouth, was stretched, impossibly wide, lips curling back over jagged human teeth. It grinned, then it spoke, not in my voice this time, in Grace's.
Why are you still awake, love?
My blood froze. Grace was asleep beside me.